Hey folks, welcome back to Explorminate. I just wanted to show you something that is really interesting to me. So, Imperiums Greek Wars by Cube Games has just had an update, and it's a relatively small update, you know, as far as game updates can go. However, this is a really important one. Cube Games have made an effort to make some graphical changes to make the game a little bit easier to see and read, and it looks so much better. I don't know if you saw I did a video before. It must have been a year or two ago now, maybe a year ago, where I was kind of like just sort of showing the game off and just sort of talking about the graphics in it, saying why I found it a little bit hard to pass. And I think initially it was something to do with the contrast of the colours and everything, but this looks so much better. Look at this. I don't know what it is exactly he's done, but basically there's some new options in graphics. Sorry, if we go into player here and we go to advanced settings, there's so many options in this game. Okay, so now you see that we've got color scheme, and you can actually change the color scheme. Look, so it's subtle. It's really, really subtle, but this is actually kind of, I don't know, something is better about this. Everything stands out a little bit more. This is like the orangey one, but let me just show you the one that it comes with as default. I think this is one it had when it came. Okay, so you got this one by per mod. And then we go back into the game settings. Got the bland one. There we go. So this is kind of toned down a little bit. This to me, right now, I can see what's going on. I don't find that the graphics, you know, the 3D graphics kind of get in the way of things anymore. It's much easier to see. I can see at a glance almost without the tooltips what everything is. And this is something I liked about Shadow Empire, that you can tell at a glance, like, you know, even though the graphics are really good, you can actually tell what all the different train types are. Yeah, like even these, it was stuff like these mines that I found, like, I don't know, I found the graphics a little bit odd. It looks like, just seems to stand out so much more now. I really think that Imperiums is going to be one of my favourite games, because the level of complexity in it is high, and it's just got higher and higher the more I played it as well, which is, anybody who's been following my Let's Play series will kind of see me struggling with it a little bit, and I'm no slouch when it comes to strategy games, right? But I do need to learn them first, and I really underestimated this game with regards to, you know, kind of how complex it is. I think that I don't know, like I thought, oh, you know, it's a historical 4X, and it's kind of a little bit more, it's got a little bit more to it than most historical 4X games, but boy, was I wrong. This is not historical 4X. One of its game modes is historical 4X. The other game mode is, you know, full-on grand strategy. It's like a full-on grand strategy game. It's mad. So, like, I'm dead excited to play this game. I'm just gonna skip through these. I'm really excited to play this again. Yeah, let's just go with this. I can't wait, honestly. Like, I just think that. Oops. I'll just try and get through these messages. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah, this game's awesome, right? And these new graphic settings just makes it so much easier to read. Look, like, this is what the game should have looked like when it first came out. And if you don't remember what it looked like at first, yeah, go and check some of my early videos out on Imperiums, or go and watch, you know, one of the other Let's Play YouTubers like Daz, or someone who was playing it from the start, because you'll see how much this game has come on visually. It just looks so much better now. Like, this actually it's gone from looking like, you know, I don't know, like a bit of a mess, to actually looking like a nice looking game. Not only is it nice looking, but I mean, you know, for this kind of style, like, it's got this old sort of 3D style. I mean, you know, these graphics wouldn't look out of place on a game released around the same kind of time as Civ 4, right? I mean, this is kind of like what I think. However, although I think the background textures are a lot nicer. However, look at it now. This is way better. Like, I can read all the you know, the names. I can see all the different, all these different train types. This is great stuff. I can't wait to dive back into this game. No, man, this game looks crazy with all the trade routes turned on. Can't remember how you turn them off now. There we go. Look, you can turn the trade routes on and off as well, so you can actually like see who's trading with who. It's just a wonderfully complex game. This is like you know, almost bordering on geopolitical simulator at this point, which is mad for a 4X game. You know, you don't expect a 4X game to be this complex and to have so many game mechanics in it. Yeah, I'm dead excited to play this one again. I'm a little bit in love with Fall from Heaven 2 at the moment, and there will be Let's Plays coming up from me on that game soon. But I was just talking to the developer, and I was saying, how easy is this game to mod? Because I would love to see a fantasy mod, you know, like a Fall from Heaven style fantasy mod for this game, because I think the game engine in Imperiums is so robust, and it could make a fantasy game. It's not just kind of, you know, like these sort of Master of Magic clones where it's very much based around just building up your, you know, villages in order to, you know, conquer your enemies. Fall from Heaven was much more, you know, it's much more than that. It's actually, that's a genuine 4X game as well, and it's a real good one too. But I'd really like to see a fantasy mod of this game. Now, I know Miyabi SFG has been making a fantasy mod, and I don't know how far along he was. The last time I looked at it, it was just a, you know, more of a graphical update. So, you know, some of these factions were replaced with things like elves and stuff, but other than that, it was pretty much the same game. I'd be interested to see how far he's come along with his mod, because, yeah, I mean, oh god, am I gonna have to get into modding? I've certainly got the programming skills to do it. I would love to, you know, if I could have one wish, it would be to have a team of a small team of competent developers, so that I could make a fantasy mod for this game, because that would be fantastic. Because don't get me wrong, I love the historical setting, and I think it is really, really cool, and I think that's Pavel's, you know, his area of expertise is what he's really interested in. But I would love to see a fantasy mod for this game, because I think if you came up with a fantasy mod with, you know, faction unique mechanics, okay, because that's what this kind of lacks a little bit. I mean, I know it does have some with people like Rome, and you know, so some of the other factions are quite different, but you know, if you had like a Fall from Heaven style, you know, asymmetry in the way that the faction is played, boy would this be a good game. And it's a good game anyway, but you know, that's got my imagination working, and maybe yours too. I hope so. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know what you think about Imperiums. Would you like to see more Imperiums on the channel? Because the initial Let's Explore that I was doing, I think I'm gonna, if I am gonna play it, I want to play it a little bit more so I get good at it, because I don't really like to do Let's Plays of games that I'm not very good at. I don't think it's good for anybody. Like, I don't really enjoy it, and I don't think other people will either, because there's nothing worse than watching someone who's bad at a game on YouTube. As anybody who will have watched my Caster of Magic series as will be able to tell you. So yeah, let me know what you think. Would you like me to play this more? Because I like this game. I think this is a great game, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, folks, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.